we could listen only 50%
Yes,
of
the
it.
speakers are the...
Are you really listening to what we say? Thank you. At least you are in a better place. Because his question I am struggling to understand and reply. So, Prabhat, I am taking his help also to understand that.
I can try again.
How? Your question is like how such a big films are being made here and how the cooperation of the government and the industry
Yes.
is going together. That is the question you are asking. Thank you. The films which have gone global, we should understand one thing is they all started from very local. Take recent films like Kantara and Pushpa. They are produced from a Chittur village story and a Karnataka small village story. They have taken it very local and made it sincerely, and it has become global. We should not try to make Transformers and Avengers. No. We should try what is a great story in Adilabad, what is a great story in this matti, and try to make it big and project it to the rest of the world. That will click. The very principle of getting focused and doing it the best will take you the long way. That is what is proved in the recent times while taking the films global. And the next question is, what he asked is, how the government is so cooperative here, and right from the beginning, right from Channa Reddy to the present Chief Minister, everyone is very friendly. We are very fortunate to be here. Very friendly with the film industry. Our film industry, as Suresh told, that we were there in Chennai and we are only 25, 30 years old here. I tell you, when we were trying to make films here 20 years back, we were struggling. We were struggling. Why we have come here was the starting regrets. But from there, here today we are seeing, rest of the world is coming to make films here. That is the kind of cooperation that has been brought by the government. And without cooperation of the government, this could not have happened. And we are very happy. Every government should take the film industries or the cultural the forms to this level, which all of us should learn from Korea. 30 years back, they have put a seed for the culture to be told to the rest of the world. And after 30 years, we have seen our children are singing Korean songs. When we go home, it's only Korean films are playing. We don't have the space. We have to go to our bedroom and on and see our films in Netflix. Korea is such a dominating. They have started it 30 years back and now it's giving fruits. Likewise, we have to take our culture also. Start taking it in a big way and it will reap fruits after decades. And we should start it. Thank you.
Shyam sir, continuing from where Allu Aravind Garu was saying, you were talking about taking cinema global, but we have to be local to go global is what everybody says. Would you like to add to what sir was saying?
Yep. I believe that cinema is very, very, very powerful. It's not just, I don't think it's just entertainment. It's something more than that. Something way more than that. It is very powerful, and I believe it is bigger than political power. It is bigger than economic power. It is so big that it has the power to influence society. It is the greatest, most powerful influencer. That's how I look at it. And I think that we need to not just only attract cinema to Hyderabad, especially after what we have done to our regional cinema like Triple R, Bahubali, Pushpa, Kantara, all these films. We should also take our films globally, take it across. In that context, I would like to talk about, I would like to give an example for better understanding. There is, before 1985, there is a Japanese dish, Japanese cuisine called ramen. It's a original, authentic noodles, which is very popular in Japan. The rest of the world never knew about it. They never knew about it. It was not popular. It was not there on any menu. It was not offered in any of the Japanese restaurants. But it was popular only in Japan. And in 1985, they made a film. A film came out by the name Tampopo. It's a comedy Japanese film, and the story is centered around the Japanese relationship with their food. To make it a bit more detailed, the story is about a hero and his relationship with this ramen dish. He made a film, and the film was successful, and it went on to release in United States. And when it released, it got rave reviews. It got rave reviews, it was appreciated, it became a cult film. It was exposed to the international audience. They started talking about it, they started getting curious about it, they wanted to taste that noodles. And then slowly it spread, it became popular the world over, and last year, just that one noodle which was introduced to the world through a cinema had a gross sales of $58 billion, which is bigger than the budget of our state. Just that one dish. That's what is the power of cinema. 7 billion out of that was from Japan, and the remaining 51 billion was from the rest of the world. So I very strongly believe that cinema can go across borders faster and easier than any other product. Any other product. I would say that cinema is a cultural ambassador. It can take our culture, our fashion, our lifestyle, our drama, our stories, our humor, our aesthetics, everything to the world. So I believe that is the power of cinema. I believe that we should also start focusing on that. How do we take our cinema to the rest of the world? It can contribute in a very big way to our economy. 100%, definite. Because any cinema goes straight to the heart. It doesn't go with a propaganda. It goes with a story. It goes with an emotion. And that emotion is an experience. And that experience is a pleasure. Anything to do with that pleasure, associated with that pleasure, the viewer takes it home. He remembers it. So therefore, I believe that cinema is very powerful, and now that we have started going onto the platform, we have directors like Rajamouli, we have directors like Sukumar, we have directors like Rishabh Shetty. So we should work towards that, take our cinema internationally, but we are not great at packaging, presenting, marketing. Therefore, I think the state government should step in, start establishing those cultural centers and help us marketing our projects. So I think that is the way to go about it. Not just attract, also take our cinema international. That's it. That's my view. Thank you.
I think speaking of cinema and language not being a barrier, I'm sitting here with Ritesh, who has now become a director himself and directed in Marathi. Where regional cinema is concerned, when we speak about I think the biggest success we've seen in the recent past is Kantara, a man who's, as Suresh sir was telling us backstage, he lives where he shot the film. He's gone back and taken people back there to shoot a film, tell the story about a rooted part of his culture, and the country and the world has embraced it. So Ritesh, I wanted to ask you, what kind of skills and technology do you need eventually to be able to actually take a story that is based in Maharashtra, to shoot it here, to make sure that the audience, even in Telangana, enjoys it, the audience in Punjab enjoys it? How do we break this language barrier? How do we break this cultural barrier that I think perhaps the Kantara has done so well in the recent past? Because Bahubali is still a mythological story in that sense. Pushpa is still the angry young man coming to the fore with the core emotion. But the cultural stories that we want to listen to, we want to understand, and we want to really respect, how can we take that to the entire nation?
First of all, thank you so much for having me over here. I want to thank Honorable CM Sir, Deputy CM Sir, for organizing this wonderful global summit, and to have great minds here, and to feel that I was capable to sit here. First of all, thank you so much. My journey started from Hyderabad. I'm happy to say that I'm a product of Hyderabad. My first film, Tujhe Meri Kasam, where Ginili and me, both of us debuted, was produced by Sri Ramoji Rao. And everything I learned, my first experience about filmmaking, was from here in Hyderabad. I learned about work ethics. I learned about how films are made. I learned about how people are treated. I didn't know anything about filmmaking. But my foundation itself was so good in terms of dealing with people who are so professional, so respectful, and so inclusive. That is one thing that Hyderabad really inculcated in me as a person, and I'm extremely proud to carry it with me for the last 22 years as an actor, a producer, and now as a director. Talking about, I have, Ginil and me, primarily we have produced Marathi films. That's where the language that I'm born in. It's an industry, when you talk about Indian film industry, it started with the Marathi man, Dadasaheb Phalke. And one man's vision in Mumbai, and when we spoke last time that, industry, a lot of people from all over the country came, and it became like a pot boiler for filmmaking. It became a hub. It became something much more important, much more like an ambassador to cultures. And it has, like